Hey, it's Wolfpack again. On Gab, Wolfpack, capital W, capital P. I'm on Gab. Um, I got a Twitter account, but I really only go there for information and to read tweets. I mean, Gab, kind of like an echo chamber, but hey, I'm dealing with it. I'm giving them a chance. Um, Plus, I go on Gab and I just say whatever I feel, what I think at the present time, and I get people to respond to me. It's hard to get people to post, but hey, I've said that before. Topic of this conversation today is something that I've set back and I've not really said too much or kind of kept my mouth shut, and that's hard for me to do. I want to talk about the Women's March and women's rights. Um, I don't understand the Women's March because of a number of factors. Basically, what I got out of it was they want free abortions. They want the government to pay for abortion. They want government to pay for their birth control. Um, they want government to subsidize the time that they're off to have a child to be able to um, recover and also get a good foothold for the child. And I understand that. Um, but I don't understand the free shit. Right now, a woman has plenty of choices for birth control. We got, of course, condoms. We've got the IUDs. I call them IEDs because I don't know if they stick something in there, they might blow up. I don't know. Um, got you got all kind of sprays, lotions, or whatever you can use on anti-spermicides, shit like this you can use. Of course, you got the pill. Then, if that's not good enough, then you got the morning after pill. So I don't really understand. We got to pay for all that shit because obviously they ain't using it. So why in the hell do I want to pay for it? The number one cause of death in America today is abortions. Think about that. Think about that for a second. Let that sink in. The only thing I got, the other thing I got about the Women's March was the fact is that they're whining because they didn't get their way. Um, Trump won. Um, that they're not getting equal rights, not getting equal pay, for doing same job a man has done or doing. Um, the world is just treating them like crap, and they've got it so bad. Well, I don't know about you, but I look to other women of the world and I see women beaten publicly. I see women getting acid dropped on them. I see women being forced to marry at the age of 9 or 10. I see uh, women that go in poverty just so their child can get something to eat in other governments or in other countries. And I don't see that here, not to the extent that it is everywhere else. There is that factor in America, but there's a lot of things that go into that. Number one is there's a lot of kids out here that unable to find decent food and water because their mama's a crackhead and their daddy don't want to be with a crackhead, so daddy left. I'm not saying, but I'm saying in Black America that is a big problem because fathers are not being fathers. But I also feel that they're not being allowed to be fathers too, because the fact is that they are responsible for child support. If they don't pay child support, then they go to jail, which solves nothing because there's no money coming in. So how in the hell are they going to work? But women use kids to get back at their exes. Use the kids to make their life miserable. So here I got an idea. What if a man's paying child support because of his job? Why don't you schedule the child support visitations around his work schedule? Why don't you make it easier for him to come see his kids instead of driving all that way because she's moved? Why can't she meet him halfway? Why can't she reimburse him for the expenses that he had gas money? Reimburse him for the expenses he had to see his kids. That would be equal, though. That's not right. See, equal rights, what women think of as, it's equal to us, what we deem as equal, not what a man wants or what's fair to a man. Women today Okay, and I'm going to say I don't know about the majority because there's a lot of women, but I have talked to a lot of women on Gab. I've talked to a lot of women in my passings or whatever, and they're disgusted about the way the women went about handling this. I've said this on Gab, and I'll say it again. If you got to wear a vagina on your head because you're 320 pounds sipping on a Diet Coke, and you got to wear a vagina on your head for people to know that you have one, you got bigger problems than equal rights. If you take to a point to where you have to light another woman's hair on fire because you disagree with her, you got bigger problems. If you want to be a man so much to where you wear a mask on your face, tuck your hair under a baseball cap like I'm wearing right now, and act like a man, talk like a man, move like a man, and get into a man's face and get your shit knocked out of you, equal rights. If you want to be a man, get ready to be treated like a man. Poor guy didn't know that he was hitting on him. Didn't know. She was disguised enough that he didn't know. He was just trying to go to work, man. That's all he was trying to do. He told him that. They blocked the crosswalk with their arms and everything like that. She got in his face. He knocked the shit out of her. What I couldn't believe was her comrade right next to her, instead of going to see if she was okay or giving her any kind of medical attention, turned around to the cops and was yelling and screaming at the cops to arrest this guy. She could have been bleeding to death, broke her nose or some shit like that. He didn't give a shit about her. He just wanted to have that guy arrested. Something wrong with priorities there, man. So the fact of the matter is that I don't understand what females want. And this has been perplexing men forever. During this march, all they wanted to do, what I got it, was whine and bitch and complain about how bad they had it, how bad society's treating them, how bad, how bad it is for them. Well, let's look how bad you've got it. We've already touched on the birth control deal. I don't feel I should have to pay for your birth control bill. Our government should have to pay for your birth control. They don't pay for my condoms. And shit, I think I should be reimbursed for condoms because the fact is, with most of you women out there, I kind of worry about where it's been, and I kind of want to protect myself. That's when I'm drinking. Like I said, what was that saying? I've never been with a fat woman, but I sure brought home a few. I guess that's kind of funny. I don't know. But let's look at how bad you've got it. Okay, number one is that do you have to register for the draft? Nah. Do you have to pass the same physical requirements as a male in the military? Nah. Most women will tell you who are in the military today, the biggest majority will say they don't and don't have anything to do with being in a frontline unit. And the reason why is because the fact is they know they can't perform. They're in a combat situation. They thought about it. They do, however, provide a very major task and a very vital task in communications, intelligence, and healthcare, and many, many other MOSs. They do provide services. Don't put yourself in being in a man's role. Why do you have to have a penis if you're a female? Why, if you're a male, do you want a vagina? I don't get it. Something's wrong there. What about all the real women? And I'm going to talk about the real women here. The real women who can actually have fun, do things. They can go out and mud, they can shoot a weapon, they can actually fish, they can hunt, they can do all these things or whatever. But at the end of the day, they still want to be treated as a lady. And they still take pride of being able to do all that, get muddy and hold all that, and coming home at the end of the day and being able to get cleaned up and you know what? Feel good about themselves as a woman. These ladies out here don't feel good about themselves. They don't respect themselves. But they deserve respect from others. They're real women out there. And they are proud being a female. Doesn't mean they can't do the same things, be a tomboy, they can't do certain things or whatever. They have a well-rounded life. They know they can be these things, and they know that they can also be feminine. They know that they don't have to get naked to attract a man. You know, they know that they know that they attract a man just by being themselves. Because it takes a real man, to understand, you know what, that a woman is pretty no matter what. A real woman is very pretty, and she's very feminine, and she's a lady no matter what, because she respects herself. She stands up for what she believes in. She believes in God. She believes in country. She believes in family. She believes in that, taking that role of being a woman very seriously. It's not to please her man. It's to actually make her feel better about herself, because she is being a real woman and taking part in a family. I don't know a woman out there that don't want a family. I'm sick and tired of feminists and the way you think and your in your face attitude and how bad you've got it. You need to take a step back and look at what you're asking for. Take a step back. Because as soon as a man or real women get pissed off enough at your shit, you're going to be left out in the cold. And you're going to be wondering why you don't fit in. You're going to be wondering why nobody agrees with you. And if you think you got it bad now, piss off a bunch of real women. Piss off a bunch of men. Because if those two ever get together against your ass, I'm telling you, you got a big freaking problem. Because then you ain't going to have no damn friends. And you're going to have people that don't even want to have nothing to do with you. Choose correctly. Grow the hell up. Accept what you are. Accept that you are a female. Just as a man, I'll say this to a man too. Man up. Be a man. A woman will respect you more for being a man. She may bitch about it, but deep down inside she's laughing. Because she said, "What? You know what he did now?" Just being freaking funniest creatures on earth. If you ask a real woman, they get joy, and they get joy watching us. But they also think that, you know what, I wouldn't trade him for the world. Same thing about women. Women are the same way with a man. It's the same thing. Same feelings go. A man's like, you know what, she's feminine. She buys too many shoes. She don't wear shoes. You know, all this kind of crap. Whatever. But deep down, we wouldn't trade him for a man. For a feminist, I'd get rid of you for a freaking box of shotgun shells. Real women are where it's at. Real women are the ones that guys need to start paying attention to. Start treating like a lady, because they deserve it. Stop wasting your time on these feminists. Stop trying to change their mentality. Let's promote real women of the world as men. Stand up. Take your girl jeans off, your pretty shirt, your earrings out of your damn ears, and be a freaking man. Reach down, grab a pair every morning. Thank you, I got a pair. And go out and conduct your day actually respecting the women who deserve it. Find that woman who deserves it and let them know, hey, you know what? I'm opening the door for you. I'll pull out your chair for you. Because women deep down like to be treated that way. They like to be treated as ladies. Not all the time, but most of the time they do. Because not only do they want to be filled one of the boys, but they also want to be felt or treated as a lady. I think it's time as men start standing up to feminists. I think it's time that we start recognizing we're ladies. I think it's time we start taking care of our ladies better. Not a feminist, but a real lady. I think we should be a stand-up guy. I think we should actually think about the women we choose to hang out with. I think that, you know what, all these women who feel like they got it, who's name Madonna, freaking what's her name, Cyrus, all these people that got to take their clothes off, got to be all that or whatever. You know what? She does it in front of everybody. A real woman only does it because of you, when it's special for you and her. Let's celebrate real women, not fake ass women. And let's start manning up. Let's start letting them feminists know and these people know I'm not going to stand for it. So Wolfpack, hit me up on Gab. I'm out.